recognize me because I'm always grinning. Do you know the expression grin and bear it? Well, I grin and share it. Share what? The fun, of course. All the fun and excitement of Wonderland. We're going to have a visit in a moment. A little girl named Alice, who chased across the field after a white rabbit until he dived down into a rabbit hole. Here comes the rabbit now. Oh dear! Oh dear! I wonder what time it is. Overtime. But I'm late! And the queen will be angry at me! Isn't she always? Oh, that silly girl ran after me. I tumbled down here too fast. Now she's falling down! I hope the queen doesn't find out. Why? She might blame me! This must be Alice. Mr. Rabbit, wait for me! Oh dear, the queen doesn't like little girl! He didn't wait. Why shouldn't he? You haven't been properly introduced. I'm Alice. And I'm the Cheshire Cat. You may call me Chessie. I like cats, and Chessie is a nice name. Where am I? I'm afraid I fell so far I'm all mixed up. Who isn't these days? Don't you really know? All I know is that I need to get back to my sister. We were sitting on the grass playing a little card game when the white rabbit went by. If you chase after strange rabbits, you mustn't be surprised if strange things happen. I've never known a cat that could talk. My cat Dinah just purrs. None of them can talk where you come from. I wonder why. There are lots of things here to wonder about. That's why it's called Wonderland. Oh. Chessie, can you tell me how I might get back to where I came from? My parents will be worried about me. I don't have any family, fortunately. Why do you say fortunately? Because all the cream in the saucer is for me. I'm afraid you're rather selfish. Isn't everybody? I don't know everybody. Then I'll help you get acquainted. It's good of you to offer, but I really must go. Why? Because today is my birthday, and my mother is baking a great big cake with pink icing, and all my friends are coming to my party at 5 o'clock. Nobody's ever thrown a birthday party for me. Anyway, I don't care for pink icing. My cat Dinah likes it. I always give her some. What time is it now? About 4. I think time doesn't really matter much down here. It does to me. If I'm not back by 5 o'clock, there won't be any party, and my mother and daddy will be sick with worry. Too bad. And Dinah won't get any pink icing. Oh my goodness! Poor Dinah! What now? She was taking a nap in my dollhouse this morning when I closed the door. Nobody knows where she is, and she can't get out. As I've said before, too bad. Don't you care? I have problems of my own. My goodness, what am I going to do? Hey, don't stomp your foot at me or my nerves run away. No, please don't. I need your help. Too bad. Stop saying that. Would you please tell me which way I ought to go from here? That depends on where you want to get to. Whichever way will take me back home again. I don't much care. And it doesn't matter which way you go, as long as I get somewhere. You're sure to do that if you walk long enough. What sort of people live around here? Assorted sorts. Assorted, like a box of tea cakes? None of them are at all like a box of tea cakes. I do not mean to offend you. I must get back home in time to spend my party and to let Dinah out of the dollhouse. I must try having a birthday sometime, if the Queen of Hearts will permit it. Nobody has to permit a birthday. It just happens. Maybe where you come from. Will I find the Queen of Hearts if I go through that door? Maybe. But it's locked. Of course. Ooh, a key. Is this the key? It's a key. It won't fit either. I told you that. But how do I get through it? Try going around it. Thank you. You know, you're not really unfriendly after all. After all what? Well, you were not very kind when I first came. That's because I don't make friends with just anybody. But I'm not just anybody. I'm Alice. And I'm Chessie. You know, I am beginning to like you. Would you please come with me? I'd be glad to have someone to talk to. That depends on what you want to talk about. How to get home again? Then take that key and don't lose it. There's something special about this key. Very special. It even has a name. Well, would you please, please, please come with me to find the right door?
You'll have to do that yourself.
And I thought we were friends. I'll ask the Queen of Hearts.
You'll be sorry if you do.
There's something strange about how you're grinning at me. Is something funny?
Everything's funny if you can laugh at it.
Well, I wonder why you keep watching me.
That's because I'm a watch cat.
Did you say watch cat?
Certainly. You've heard of a watch dog, haven't you? Well, I have to see a watch cat. Would you like me to watch over you?
Oh, I would love it. Please, please, please. I've never been away from home before.
No, I've never been a watch cat for a little girl before.
Then we are friends.
You'll be seeing me around.
Open the head! Who was that?
Don't ask. Just get going.
But things are moving so fast, I'm a little afraid.
Too afraid to know what's on the other side of the door?
Not if it helps me to get back home again.
That's one of the reasons why I grin. Nobody ever knows what's on the other side of the door. Explain yourself.
I'm afraid I can't explain myself. I'm feeling rather mixed up, you see.
I do not see.
All of this is very confusing.
Why?
Well, you might not have found it to be confusing, but when you turn into a chrysalis and then into a butterfly, you'll feel it rather queer, won't you?
Not a bit.
I would find it very queer myself.
You. Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are.
Why? Come back! I've something important to say.
Yes?
So, you feel confused, do you?
Well, yes, because my party is at 5 o'clock and I can't get home, and I will be sick with hunger.
Have you ever gone to school?
Certainly.
Then repeat a poem they taught you.
You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair is gone very white, and yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think, at your age, it is right? Oh my goodness, it came out all wrong.
Don't blame me.
What? I've never seen a blue caterpillar before.
It's a very good color, under the circumstances.
What circumstances?
I'm in a blue mood, you know.
Excuse me, I didn't know.
Some days I'm black.
Oh, a black mood?
Then again, I could be in a brown study, or green with envy.
But how do you know when you're you?
I'm always me.
That is a very pretty blue pipe.
It plays blue notes. Surely you've heard of blue notes?
I think I see.
You mean I think I hear?
Yes, that's what I mean.
You do not express yourself very well.
I'm sorry. Can you please tell me how I might find the Queen of Hearts?
I'm beginning to see red.
Why are you leaving?
Because I value my head.
What did he mean by that?
Potatoes and pepper. Oh, Father Dash and Pepper Hash, what do you want?
Well, the Duchess. An invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
The Duchess is busy.
Why are you sitting down? I don't like to sit up. Is that the Duchess? I need to speak to her.
There's no sort of use in knocking if you expect me to open the door for you. First, because I'm on the same side of it as you are.
But really,
Secondly,
Because they're making such a noise inside, no one could possibly hear you.
Yeah! Oh my!
There might be some sense in your knocking if we had the door between us. For instance, if you were inside, you would knock, and I could let you out.
Yes, but I don't
I shall sit here till tomorrow. Or the next day, maybe. I shall sit here on and off for days and days if I happen to feel like it.
But there's no use talking to you.
I don't happen to feel like it.
I'll go in without knocking. Achoo! Achoo! Oh, excuse me, but there is too much pepper in that soup.
Well, nobody asked your opinion.
Oh, Jessie, I'm so glad to see you.
Better talk to the Duchess now.
Why does your cook use so much pepper?
Because we're disposition. You don't know much, and that's a fact.
I'll soon know more because today I'm a whole year older than I was yesterday.
Impossible.
Today is my birthday.
And the moral of that is, save the days and the weeks will take care of themselves.
I don't think it has a moral.
Tut, child, everything's got a moral, if only you can find it.
A very nice cat.
And the moral of that is, birds of feather flock together.
Only a cat isn't a bird.
What a clever way you have of putting things.
Your words are more confusing than mine.
I quite agree with you. And the moral of that is, be what you seem to be. Or, like to put it more simply, never imagine yourself not to be other than what it might appear to others that what you were is not necessarily.
I could understand you better if you wrote it down.
That's nothing to what I could say if I chose.
Please, don't trouble yourself.
No trouble at all. I make you a present. Everything I've said.
Why, thank you.
You're thinking of something, my dear. I can't tell you just now what the moral is, but I'll remember better in a bit.
I have a right to think.
The Queen give you permission?
I haven't met her yet. Can you tell me how I might find her?
She'll soon be playing croquet, and so will I if I can't get rid of this little
pig! Oh, please, don't you hit his precious nose.
If everyone minded their own business, the world would go around a deal faster than it does.
Except the world goes around on its axis in 24 hours.
Talking of axes, have you met the Queen's executioner?
Executioner?
That's what I said.
But why does the Queen need an executioner?
You're a rather dull-witted child. And the moral of that is, the duller the axe, the harder the wax. Speak roughly to me. Wow! Speak roughly to you. Enjoy the pepper when it pleases. Here, you may hold them if you'd like. I must get ready to play croquet with the Queen.
May I go with you?
If you have any sense, you'll keep out of her way.
Oh my goodness, Chessie, I am going to that croquet game.
I suppose there's no use telling you not to.
No use at all, because I need the Queen's help. Should I take the baby with me? They don't treat him very well.
He's used to it.
Oh, don't make such funny noises, dear. Or do you think he's only crying?
In his own way.
He sounds an awful lot like a pig. Oh my goodness, he's a pig! I'd better be on my way.
Well, in that direction lives the March Hatter, and in that direction lives the March Hare.
I want to go to the croquet grounds.
Visit either one of them. They're both mad.
I don't think I care to visit them.
Everybody's a little mad, you know.
Not you.
Sometimes I wonder.
I'm not mad either. I just want to get home as fast as I can.
Then you'll have to try a lot harder.
I am trying. What do I do with this key?
Hello there. Is the Queen around?
Don't talk about round. I have a weight problem.
Wait, brother. Maybe you've been eating too much.
didn't say a weight problem. I said a weight problem. I sit here.
So did I.
I sit here on this wall waiting because I have a feeling that something's gonna happen.
Something good.
I have to wait and find out.
It might be a lot safer if you wait on another step.
I like the view from up here.
What do you think is going to happen?
I haven't the faintest idea, but the king has promised me aid if ever I need it.
What about the queen?
What about it?
Never mind. You might have noticed that the queen isn't very popular, and you might even have realized why. Some people have a sharp tongue, but with the queen, it's more than that. But I'll keep a watchful eye on Alice. Hello there, girls. Everything going well with you? And the rest of the time, you'll have to move. So you're waiting too. And you all are very pretty.
Where are you going?
Off.
Off where?
Just off. Sometimes I go on and sometimes I go off. Sometimes I go up and sometimes I go down.
You girls, stop that silly giggling. Makes me feel on edge.
He is on edge.
Is this the way to the Queen's croquet grounds?
Way? I hate that word. It's very rude to stare.
Pardon me, sir, but you look very much like an egg.
It's very provoking to be called an egg.
Some eggs are very pretty.
And some people have no more sense than a baby.
Oh my!
Stop talking. State your name and your business.
My name is Alice.
Alice. It's a stupid name. What does it mean?
Must a name mean something?
My name means the shape that I am. And a good, handsome shape it is. With a name like yours, you can be any shape.
Why do you sit all alone on that wall?
Because there's no one beside me. You think I know the answer to that? Ask another.
Don't you think you're up rather high?
These easy riddles you ask. No, I don't think so. Well, even if I did fall, which there's no chance of, but if I did, the king has made me a promise.
To send all of his horses and all of his men.
How did you know? I declare you've been listening at doors, down chimneys, walls. Otherwise, you couldn't have known.
I have not. It's in a book.
Okay. That proves that I'm very important.
It proves that someday...
Let's go back to the last remark but one.
I'm afraid I can't quite remember it.
Then it's my turn to choose a subject. So here's a question for you. How old did you say you were?
Well, yesterday I was, but today is my birthday, so now that means I'm...
Wrong! Yeah! I never said a word like it.
I thought you meant how old are you?
If I'd have meant that, I'd have said it.
I didn't mean to start an argument.
Like an uncomfortable sort of age.
It suits me. What a pretty belt you have. Or is it a tie? I find it very difficult to tell which is your waist and which is your neck.
It's provoking when a person doesn't know the difference.
I'm terribly sorry.
It's given to me by the king for an unbirthday present.
What is an unbirthday present?
A present given when it isn't your birthday.
I like birthday presents best.
I have a question. How many days are there in a year?
365.
And how many birthdays do you have?
1.
And if you take 1 from 365, how many days is that?
364.
That means that there are 364 days where you might get an unbirthday present.
Certainly.
And only 1 day where you might get a birthday present. There's glory for you.
Excuse me, but I don't know what you mean by glory.
It means there's a nice knockdown argument for you.
But glory doesn't mean a nice knockdown argument.
Hey, when I use a word, it means just what I choose it to mean.
The question is whether you can make a word mean so many different things.
The question is which is to be mastered. That's all. Quiet, you silly little flowers! Words have a temper, particularly verbs. Adjectives, you can do anything with. However, I can manage the lot of them. Impenetrability. That's what I say.
Can you tell me, please, what that means?
It means that we've had enough of that subject. And that you better tell me what you plan to do next, because I don't think you intend on staying here for the rest of your life.
Well, that's quite a lot to make one word mean.
Hey, when I make a word do work, I pay it extra.
Oh. I'm going to visit the Mad Hatter and ask if he can tell me how to get to the croquet ground.
Goodbye.
Till we meet again.
I wouldn't know you again. You're so exactly like other people.
The face is what you go by generally.
Your face is the same as everybody else has. Now, if you had your eyes on the same side as your nose, your mouth at the top, that would be of some help.
It would not look nice. My, such pretty flowers. I wish you could talk.
We can talk when there's anybody worth talking to.
It isn't manners for us to begin, you know.
Really, I was wondering when you'd speak. I said to myself, her face has some sense to it, though maybe not a clever one.
If only her petals curled up a bit more, she'd be all right.
You're an awkward shade, and your petals are beginning to fade.
Nothing of the sort.
Did you hear her contradict me? It's enough to make me wither.
I did not mean to offend you. I'm just getting so tired of being criticized.
Then why don't you change?
Why are you sitting all in a row like that?
We will have a different pattern when we are transplanted.
Like this, maybe.
Or maybe like this.
What fun!
Why would you stand still a minute?
Why?
So I can ask you how I might find the Queen of Hearts.
I'm beginning to feel pale.
I'm wilting.
Are you afraid of her?
If she should pick us.
Then we'd all lose our heads.
Prize collecting time, girls. Grab your flower pot and let's go. Hey, let's go.
Now, we can go giggle someplace else.
Why are you rocking back and forth like that?
Because too much silly conversation makes me dizzy.
But you'll fall. Oh, I should call for help.
God, call for the King's men.
Help! Help!
Okay. Give me a sec.
Oh, did you catch him on time?
All he needs is a little patching up. Move out.
I hold my breath, don't you?
Things are moving again. Chessie, where are you, Chessie?
No room! No room! No room!
There's plenty of room. But first, may I use your door?
It's not our door,
Belongs to some old clubhouse, but the club broke up.
because they all went mad and quit.
Do you mean they all got angry and quit?
Of course not.
Oh, still the wrong door.
Maybe you have the wrong key.
It has to be this key.
Have some wine.
I don't see any wine.
There isn't any.
And it wasn't very polite of you to offer it.
It wasn't very polite of you to sit down without being
I
invited.
didn't know it was your table, except for a great many more than 3.
Your hair needs cutting.
Don't make personal remarks. It's rude.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Oh, I believe I can solve that.
Do you mean you think you can find out the answer?
Yes,
Oh, then you should say what you mean.
I do. At least I mean what I say. That's the same thing.
Not the same thing a bit. Why, you might as well say, I see what I eat is the same as I eat what I see.
You might as well even say, I like what I get. It's the same thing as I get what I like.
You might as well just say, I breathe when I sleep is the same thing as I sleep when I breathe.
It is the same thing with you. What day of the month is it?
The 4th.
2 days wrong. I told you butter wouldn't suit the works.
It was the best butter.
Some breadcrumbs must have gotten in. You shouldn't have used the bread knife.
It was the best butter.
What an interesting watch. It tells tells the day of the month instead of what time it is.
Why should it? Does your watch tell you what year it is?
Well, of course not, but that's because a year is such a long period of time.
Which is just the same with mine.
I don't understand you.
Have you guessed the riddle yet?
No, I give up. What's the answer?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Nor I. Then you ought to spend the time in better ways than wasting it and making up riddles that have no answer.
Oh, if you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't talk about wasting it. It's him.
I dash never even spoke to time. I know how to beat time in music.
Oh, that accounts for it. He won't stand a beating. If you kept on good terms with him, he'd do almost anything you like with the club.
Is that the way you manage?
Oh, not I. We quarreled last March, just before he went mad.
Who went mad?
It was at the concert, given by the Queen of Hearts, and I had to sing.
Will you take me to meet the Queen?
Oh, we're not that mad.
Perhaps you have heard my song. Twinkle, twinkle, little light! How I wonder where you're at!
I heard something.
Above the world you fly like a tea tray in the sky! Twinkle, twinkle! I'd hardly finished the first verse when the Queen yelled, "He's murdering the time!" And after that, he won't do a thing I ask. It's always tea time now.
Is that the reason there are so many tea things on the table?
We've no time to wash dishes.
Then you keep moving around, I suppose.
Exactly so, as things get used up.
But how do you... What happens when you get to the beginning again?
Oh, have some more tea.
But I've had nothing yet, so I can't have more.
You mean you can't have less. It's very easy to have more than nothing.
No one asked your opinion.
Oh.
Who's making personal remarks now? I want a clean cup. Let's all move one place on.
Dormouse tells a story.
Wake up!
Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters who were learning how to draw. They drew everything that began with an M.
Why with an M?
Why not? Such as mousetraps, and the moon, and memory, and muchness. You know, you say things are much of muchness, but did you ever see a drawing of a muchness?
Well, now that you say, I don't believe that I
Then
have.
you shouldn't talk.
This is the stupidest tea party I ever saw in all my life.
The Dormouse is asleep again.
Don't put his head in the teapot.
He likes tea.
The Queen of
Wait, I want to meet her.
That proves you're mad. The Queen. My knees are shaking. Shut up.
How did you get here?
Please, Your Majesty, my name's Alice, and I came here by mistake. Can you please help me get back home again?
I don't like your face.
Well, I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but I don't think that...
Come to the croquet ground now. That's an order. Maybe she doesn't know how to play. Then she'd better learn in a hurry.
Your Majesty, did you bake cherry tarts today?
Certainly. And I'll eat them after the game. Where's that maid going?
Maybe she forgot something.
Idiots! Everybody follow me to the croquet ground. The soldiers are out of step. Over your heads!
My goodness, they're not very kind-hearted at all.
Who said she was?
Jessie, but Where's the rest of you?
Resting, of course.
I've never spoken to just a head before.
It's my head that does my talking. Can you think okay?
Not very well.
Good, because the queen wants to win the game.
I want to get home again for my party. Oh, Chessie, that's not the real reason. I want to get home because my mother will be crying and Dinah will be hungry.
You might see tears in your eyes.
Maybe.
Come now, that's no way to solve a problem.
I just can't help it.
Even when you're feeling sad inside, it always helps to smile. So head up and let's do a great big smile. Bigger than that. Now you've got it. And keep smiling and never, never give up.
The queen did not answer my questions, so I'm going to ask her again.
My advice is to ask yourself. Maybe you can find the answer.
Don't I wish I could. Who's that? Chessie, where did you disappear to?
Right here.
If you leave me, I won't have a friend left.
Don't forget, I'm a one cat.
Please watch over me, Chessie. I'm afraid of the queen.
Who is it?
No, I've often seen a cat without a grin, but I've never seen a grin without a cat. Is this the way to the Queen's croquet grounds? Are there any doors around here? I don't believe they can speak.
If you think we're waxworks, you ought to pay. Waxworks were made to be looked at. Know how?
Contrariwise, if you think we'll have you out to call us by name. But why? You remind me of a song I once heard, and I can't help saying the words now. Tweedledum and Tweedledee agreed to have a battle, for Tweedledum said Tweedledee had spoiled his nice new rattle.
It isn't so. Know how?
Contrariwise, if it was so, it might be, and if it were so, it would be. But as it isn't, it ain't. That's logic. But I did guess your names. And you did not tell me how I might find the croquet grounds.
Know how?
Contrariwise.
Anyway, you've begun all wrong. The first thing to do in a visit is to say howdy do and shake hands.
That's enough for one dance. I hope you're not tired.
Know how? And thanks for asking.
So much spice. Do you like poetry? Yes, but I'd better be on my way now.
Let's say the walrus and the carpenter for her.
The walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see.
Such quantities of sand, if this were only cleared away. They said this would be grand.
Thank you, but until much longer. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept it for half the year, do you suppose the walrus said
That they could get it clear. I doubt it, carpenter, and shed a bit of tear.
the time has come? The walrus said to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax.
Of cabbages and kings, of why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings.
Thank you, it was lovely. Oh, well, you can finish it some other time.
Anyways, it wasn't about a real walrus.
Maybe it's all part of your dream. But I'm not dreaming.
Then maybe we are, and you're not real at all.
And if we should wake up, you go up. Bang!
Just like a candle.
I am real!
You won't make yourself any realer by crying.
If I weren't real, I wouldn't be able to cry.
Do you think those are real tears?
Oh, you're talking nonsense! The sky is clouding over. I wonder if it's going to rain.
I don't think so. At least not under here.
But it may rain outside.
Maybe chooses no objection, contrary-wise.
But I might get wet.
You shouldn't think so much about yourself. Did you
See that? Just a rattle, quite old and worn.
It's spoiled, of course! She did it!
Well, you should not get so angry.
It's not old! It's new! My life new battle!
Don't get so upset.
Of course you could have a battle!
I suppose if she gets us ready, you must have a battle. I'll certainly try not to. Oh my! Are you okay? A good fight, Dee. A good fight, shall we go for tea now? I'm ready. Well, I'll knock your head off.
No, come on, knock your head off.
Compromise. Wow, what a strange fight. I never did see such a strange fight.
Oh, that's strange. Wait till you see the Queen's croquet game.
Why don't you wait for me? Oh, he's disappearing again.
Another 5, don't splashing paint on me like that.
I couldn't help it. 7 down my elbow.
Always laying the blame on everybody.
You should talk. I heard the Queen say just yesterday that you deserve to be beheaded.
What for?
That is none of your business, too.
For talking to the Cheshire Cat. The Queen doesn't like the way he grins at her.
Be smart or stay still.
He was with me a while ago, but I haven't seen him since.
Just as well he's not around.
Why are you painting those roses?
You see, miss, these ought to have been red rose bushes. But we put white ones in by mistake.
And if the Queen wants to find out, we'd all lose our heads.
So we are doing our best before she comes.
And these flowers talk too?
No, miss, they're too young to talk.
I see. And I see you have a door over here. Might I try my key? No reason why not. Ugh! Still not the right door. I'll have to ask the Queen.
Please be careful, miss.
Be very careful.
When she gets angry,
But how else do I get home again? Mr. Rabbit, how are you?
It's a very fine day.
Oh, well, could you put in a good word for me?
It's a very fine day. Let me keep my
I wish Jessie were here.
Where's the Duchess? Idiot! Have you seen her?
She was with me a little while, but I haven't seen her since.
She's late!
My dear, if you lose your temper before you eat your cherry tart, you'll get indigestion.
Who are these?
They didn't tell me their names.
Turn them over. Get up. Leave it all. You make me giddy.
I'm sure they didn't mean to.
Everybody tries to annoy me. What have you been doing here?
May it please your majesty, we were only trying to...
I asked for red roses! Red ones! Up with their hands!
Majesty, everyone makes mistakes.
I don't. What are you waiting for? Their heads are gone, your majesty! Then stop the game. Courtier?
Yes, your majesty.
The croquet ball. Archers get set?
Why, you call those croquet balls?
Certainly. What would you call them?
Why, croquet balls, of course. Your majesty, I have a favor to ask you. I need to get home by 5, and it's nearly 4:30.
I don't care if it's midnight. That's the melon!
Why, these look like a...
Like a what?
Here they are, your majesty. Like a melon, of course.
You're not quite as stupid as you look.
I think she's a quite nice child, really.
You? What did you start to think?
Excuse me, my dear. She is quite peculiar looking.
Get your places, play. I win! Get started! Oh, Open his head!
But we need him for the game, my dear.
Remind yourself that later. Forgive me, your majesty. Open his head!
my ball.
Oh, Jessie, it's good to see you.
Still watching.
The queen, she's terribly fond of beheading people. The only reason I'm so shocked that anyone is left.
How are you getting along?
She hasn't helped me a bit. And she's too busy playing her game.
My advice is to ask yourself.
This is so confusing.
Only if you allow it to confuse you.
Who is that you're talking to?
And who gave you permission to talk?
Well, this is my friend Jessie.
Well, I don't like the look of it. What do you think, my dear?
Idiot! You may kiss my hand.
I'd rather not.
Don't be impertinent. Stop looking at me like that.
I read in a book that a cat may look at a king.
Well, I'm against it. What do you think, my dear?
Up with his head!
I'll fetch the executioner.
Oh no!
Play. He has a silly grin.
It's a friendly grin.
Do your duty. I can't, Your Majesty! Oh, stuff and nonsense!
You can't cut off a head unless there's a body to cut it off from.
Anything that has a head can be beheaded.
I've never had to do such a thing before, and I'd better not begin at my time of life.
Well, if something isn't done in less than no time, I'll have everyone executed all around.
Don't you dare!
What terrible thing has happened?
Up with his head!
You're stalling your tongue!
Come quickly! The tarts that I just made.
Cherry tarts?
Ah! The girl did it! Where did she disappear to? After her! Ah!
She thinks I stole them!
Somebody's head will roll for this.
I hope it's not mine!
It takes practice.
Why are you late to the Queen's croquet party?
Because I couldn't stop sneezing. And the moral of that is...
If a sneeze you cannot take, then a sneeze you should not make.
Yes, of course. Having a
I have no time. It's nearly 5 o'clock.
It's what mock turtle soup was made from. Say, how do you do?
How do you do?
Mine is a very sad life. Ask me who my friend is.
Who is he?
Anyone can see that he is a griffin.
Oh.
Wake up, lazy thing. The mock turtle's going to tell us his history.
I'm in a bit of a hurry. I need to get away from the Queen.
Hurry won't get you anywhere, so sit down and listen.
The Queen is in a bad mood as of now.
You have a point there.
And the moral of that is, if you see the point, don't get stuck on it.
Start telling, old fellow.
If you haven't begun, you won't be able to finish.
Once I was a real turtle.
Thank you for your interesting history.
When we were little, we went to school in the sea. The master was an old turtle. We called him Tortoise.
Why would you call him Tortoise if he wasn't one?
We called him Tortoise because he taught us. But really, you are very dull.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself for asking such a simple question.
Yes, we went to school in the sea. Though you may not believe it.
I never said I didn't.
You did!
Hold your tongue!
We went to school in the sea. We had the best of education.
You couldn't have needed it much living at the bottom of the sea.
I couldn't afford to learn it. I only took the regular course.
What was that?
Reeling and rhyming, of course, in the different branches of arithmetic. Addition, distraction, amplification, and derision.
What does amplification mean?
You know what to beautify is, I suppose.
It means to make anything prettier.
Then if you don't know what to uglify is, you are a simpleton.
Then there was mystery, ancient and modern, with geography, stretching and baiting into coils.
What was that like?
I hadn't had time to learn it. I went to the classical master. He was an old crab, he was.
Taught laughing and grief, they used to say.
How many hours a day did you do lessons?
10 hours the first, 9 the next, and then so on.
But that's a very curious plan.
That's the reason they're called lessons, because they lesson from day to day.
Please don't cry. I'm rather upset myself.
Would you like to see us do a dance? It's called the Lobster's Quadrille.
What sort of dance?
First, you form a line along the seashore.
2 lines, advance twice.
Each with the lobster as hand, change, and retire in same order.
Then you throw the lobster as far out to sea as you can.
And swim after them.
We can do without lobsters this time. Start singing.
Will you walk a little faster instead of whining to us now?
There's a porpoise close behind us, and he's treading on my tail.
So eagerly
the lobsters on the turtles on the bed.
They are waiting for the signal. Will you come and join the dance? Will you want to?
Will you want to?
Will you join the dance?
Will you want to? Will you want to? Won't you join the dance?
What an interesting dance. What was that part about the whiting? Is that a kind of fish?
It polishes the boots and shoes. What are your shoes done with?
With blacking, I believe.
Boots and shoes under the sea are done with whiting. Now you know.
Well, what are they made of?
Soles and eels, of course. Any shrimp could have told you that. Sing your song now, old fellow.
You would like to hear me sing?
Well, I have to get away from the queen, and the only way I can escape is if I go through a door.
You adore to have me sing? How very nice of you. Beautiful Sue, so rich and green, waiting in a hot tureen. Who for such dainties would not stoop of the evening? Beautiful Sue, soup of the evening, beautiful Sue. Beautiful Sue, beautiful Sue, soup of the evening. Let's hurry!
Everybody will be there.
Your trial.
We're still in the Queen's turret.
But I did it. I didn't. Jessie, help me, Jessie.
Remember what I told you.
The Green Way.
No, I did it.
Didn't do it!
running in circles. Oh, they always do.
Here she is!
Oh, no! Help me, someone!
See the guilty look on her face?
How do you plead?
Innocent!
She ate all of my beautiful top!
I didn't! Oh, why would you let me go home?
Prisoner, be seated.
I won't! What's going to happen to me?
Oh,
Oh, you'll have a fair trial.
Then we'll find you guilty.
That's not fair!
I think it is.
You have cherry juice on your face!
Strawberry jam, that's what.
What are the jury writing? They can't have anything to put down before the trial's begun.
They're putting down their names so they won't forget them before the end of the trial.
Where's the executioner? We can't start without him.
Oh, you're right, my dear.
He's late. Off with his head.
But if we remove his head, then who's going to...
For once, you're right. Where is the executioner?
Your Majesty, I think he's looking for the Cheshire Cat.
Isn't that cat's head off yet?
It disappeared.
Well, somebody had better find it.
Right now, Your Majesty?
And be quick about it. Wait, come back! I told you to guard Alice.
What Your Majesty said?
Never mind what I said. Do as I said.
I don't think she's guilty. No how. Contrary, she looks very guilty.
That is, look out for yourself because nobody else will.
Silence in the court.
I don't talk because I have something to say. Contrary, don't say anything unless you talk!
Quiet!
Let it still be a big light, Your Majesty.
Is the cat's head gone?
All of him is gone, may it please, Your Majesty.
Oh dear, oh dear!
It doesn't please me one bit. I think he helped Alice steal my top.
Nothing of the kind!
Then where is he now?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Don't faint in here, or the Queen will take action.
That cat's getting too smart for his whiskers.
He's my friend.
Why did you steal my top?
I didn't, and now it's so close to 5 o'clock, and I need to get home. Oh, how do I get home again?
You can't.
Not.
I mean, you can't get any information from me.
We want information from you.
You refuse to tell me.
Exactly.
But the cat was right. I should have thought for myself.
Oh, you talk too much.
Sit down. It's time for the trial to begin.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Herald, read the accusation.
The Queen of Hearts. She made some pots. All the summer day. But Alice stole those pots and took them quite away.
Jury, consider your findings.
Not yet. Listen to the great thing before that.
Call the first witness.
I beg your pardon for bringing these in, Your Majesty, but I hadn't quite finished my tea when I was sent for.
You ought to have finished. When did you begin?
14th of March, I think it was.
The 15th?
16!
Write that down and take off your hat.
It isn't my hat.
Stolen?
I keep them to sell because I'm a hunter. I've none of my own.
Did you see Alice steal my top?
I was too busy with the dormouse.
Give your evidence and don't be nervous or the Queen will have you executed on the spot.
I'm a poor man, Your Majesty, and I hadn't quite finished my tea, not over a week or so, when by the twinkling of the tea.
The twinkling of the what?
It began with the tea.
Of course, twinkling begins with the tea. Do you take me for a dunce? Go on!
I'm a poor man, and most things twinkled after that. Only the March Hare said...
did not.
You did!
I deny it.
Was it about my top?
At any rate, the Dormouse said... And then I cut some bread and butter.
Oh, but what did the dormouse say?
That I cannot remember.
Oh, you must remember, or the queen will have you executed.
I'm a poor man, Your Majesty!
You're a very poor speaker. Suppress those words.
I'm only wanted to express the noise.
If that's all you know, you may step down.
I'm on the floor as it is. I can't go any lower.
Please sit down.
I'd rather finish my tea.
You may go.
And take his head off outside.
Later, my dear. Call the next witness. Oh, come on.
The cook.
Oh, yes, give your evidence.
No. Your Majesty must cross-examine this witness.
Why?
Because she's a cross one.
Oh, yes, I see. What are tarts made out of?
Pepper mostly. And that is a sneezing time saves 9.
9 what?
Don't ask me.
Oh, you're out of order.
In my opinion, there isn't any order.
Oh, don't give your opinion when it isn't asked. Your testimony has been a real big help.
Oh, thanks. Have some more pepper.
Call the next witness. Explain why you stole the queen's tarts.
I never even saw them.
That's very important.
Unimportant. Your Majesty means.
Unimportant! Of course I meant. Did the tarts taste good?
I don't know because I never tasted one. They weren't sweet enough.
I use plenty of sugar.
And jury, consider your verdict.
What evidence, Your Majesty?
What is it?
Took this piece of paper.
What is it?
What is it, Jack?
It must be a letter written by the prisoner to somebody.
Unless it was written to nobody, which isn't usual, you know.
Who is it addressed to?
There isn't anything. In fact, there's nothing on it at all.
I never wrote anything to anybody.
Unlikely story.
It's true.
If you didn't sign it, that only makes the matter worse. You must have meant some sort of mischief, or you'd have signed your name.
That proves her guilt. So off with her head!
It proved nothing of the sort. Jesse, why aren't you here now when I need you most?
That's the most important piece of evidence we've had yet.
I knew that cat helped to steal my tarts.
He didn't. So why would you listen to me? If there's nothing written on the paper, it has no meaning to it.
If there's no meaning, that saves a world of trouble for us. It fits.
What fits?
Have you read Fitz, my dear?
Never!
Then it doesn't fit you. Let the jury consider their verdict.
No! Sentence fast verdict afterwards!
That's wrong.
Hold yourself!
Yes, you won't.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of.
Are you calling me names?
Well, somebody stole my tarts!
Not me.
Therefore, Alice is guilty. Write that down.
I'm not.
Guilty! Soldiers, secure the prisoner. Executioner, get ready.
No, Jesse! Jesse!
I've been here the whole time.
Now we have to vote. So off with their head. Hold
There you are! I'm forbid you to touch him!
She says she forbids us.
Off with their head. With their head. With their head.
Stop yelling! I think I'm really seeing you all for the first time now.
Stop looking.
You're not real at all! You're just a pack of cards, and a strong wind would blow you across the meadow!
The wind is coming.
How right you are! I'm a whole year older today than I was yesterday, and I should be smarter. Why did it take me so long to realize?
You may use your key now. I'm sure you know its name.
I think its name must be understanding.
Yes, the key is understanding.
But what doors will it unlock?
As you grow older, understanding will open every door.
As I grow older?
Yes. Just walk to that wall near the rabbit hole, look up, and you'll be back in the land of reality.
With my parents and Dinah?
Yes.
In time for my party with the cake with the pink icing and all my friends having fun?
Yes.
But please come with me, Jessie.
I can't do that.
Well, why?
In your country, I'll just be a normal cat. I wouldn't be able to talk to you or come and go as I do now.
I'm beginning to understand that. I'm ever so much more grown up than I used to be.
I knew the time would come.
Well, aren't you afraid of the Queen?
Not the least bit. She never really executes anyone. We all have fun pretending.
I'm going to be glad to go home, but I'm so happy I came here. Thank you for being my friend and watch cat.
Thank you for being my friend.
Maybe someday I can come back and visit.
You can never do that. Once a child leaves Wonderland, there's no way back.
I'm beginning to understand that too. Are you sure you won't come with me?
Goodbye, Alice.
Goodbye, Jessie. Goodbye, Wonderland.
And goodbye to you too. Watch out for rabbit holes.
Carpentier student for all the hard work that she's put